Well, another community blood drive this week. It's in Mammoth Lakes, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, taking place at the Mammoth Lakes Fire Station on Main Street. Tuesday and Wednesday from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. Thursday from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. You know, you can save time. Get your self-interview fast-track donation ticket online. Go to the website, unitedbloodservices.org. Now, you can schedule an appointment by going on to the website bloodhero.com. Hey, use the sponsor code SNOW or call 760-258-5759. That's 258-5759. It's the Mammoth Community Blood Drive this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at the Mammoth Lakes Fire Station. Well, it should be a wild time coming up this Sunday at the Mountain Light Gallery. Eastern Sierra Wildlife Care will be holding its 7th annual Wild Spirits fundraiser. The event raises much-needed funds for the care of injured and orphaned wild birds and animals. Now, according to Cindy Kamler of the Eastern Sierra Wildlife Care, the 2-hour celebration takes a walk on the wild side with wildlife ambassadors Razzle the Raven and Spirit the red-tailed hawk. They're going to have desert tortoises and other reptiles, and also a slideshow featuring Eastern Sierra Wildlife Care's wild patients. There will be door prizes, snacks, beverages, and a silent auction. And this year, Eastern Sierra Wildlife Care, they're the people who rescue, rehab, and release injured wildlife. They're going to be honoring those businesses and agencies that receive calls about wildlife in distress and do such a great job in referring calls to the Eastern Sierra Wildlife Care. Now, many lives have been saved thanks to the efforts of pet and feed stores, veterinarians, pack stations, and resorts. And I'll also talk about Mammoth Mountain, Bishop Chamber of Commerce, schools, visitor centers, Mammoth and Bishop Police, Inyo and Mono County Sheriff's Department, CHP, the Forest Service, Caltrans, BLM, DWP, Fish and Game, and Wild Spirits is Eastern Sierra Wildlife's Care way of saying thank you to them and to the entire Eastern Sierra community. I want to get out and help out some great folks. That's this Sunday, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Mountain Light Gallery, corner of Main and Line Street. $12 donation at the door. Kids 12 and under are free. And if you would like some more information, again, contact the very nice Cindy Kamler at 760-872-1487. Well, Get Safe is an organization dedicated to helping people, and Sierra Wave Media's Bill Lefevre talked with Stuart Haskin of Get Safe.
Stuart, tell us how you got into personal safety training.
Well, many years ago I started martial arts, and I think I fell in love with the Kung Fu series and thought that was great. But as I started training and I started teaching self-defense, I got a lot of disclosures about, hey, this happened on a date, this happened to me later on. So then I started realized I need to learn more about the personal safety aspect of things. The physical aspect was a little easier, but learning how to be aware. So I just delved into it. We started teaching personal safety and awareness, because that's probably, out of any self-defense class you take, it's probably 80 to 90% of it is being aware and staying out of situations.
So what kind of safety training does your organization Get Safe do?
We do a lot. We work with kids, we work with teens, we work with adults. Our model, Get Safe, is built on a crisis intervention, prevention, and recovery. So we always want to do prevention, and then if there's a crisis intervention, we have training to do that, and then we help with road to recovery, which we work with victims of violent crime, sexual assault, domestic violence, persons with developmental and physical disabilities. So kind of have a lot of programs out there that we're proud of.
In October is National Bullying Prevention Month. What are some quick tips for children to help prevent or stop the bullies?
Well, I think for parents, we'll start with parents. Have an open dialogue with your kids. Make sure it's a fun dialogue. That means don't corner them and go, hey, what's going on with you? Are you okay? Take them out, have a hamburger, say, how's school going? You seem like you're not as excited about it. There are indicators that the parents can see. You know, maybe they're a little depressed, or maybe they come home angry. That means they're lashing out at them because that's the only place they feel controlled. Then talk to the kids, or find out, hey, is everything good? If anything ever happens, talk to us. We're okay. If not, we'll find someone else you feel comfortable talking, and we will keep it confidential. And if we decide there is a bullying issue, let's create a plan and have the child be the head of the plan. It's their issue. Let them help you guide it, and of course we'll give them our adults' opinions, and then try and create something that they feel comfortable with.
And what's the difference between bowling and just normal kid goofing around, messing around type stuff?
Well, Bill, we're both guys, so I know when I'm hanging out with my buddies, you can't go 10 minutes without somebody trying to punch you in the private area. I mean, guys do that kind of stuff, so we do that. But it's the harassment, it's the unaccepted, unwelcome advances, the verbal abuse, the physical abuse. There's the cyberbullying. You can see the different levels. It's just horseplay where there's two willing parties. But bullying is when someone does not want this to happen, does not want this attention, and so they do everything to avoid it.
And who is most at risk for becoming a target of a bully?
They say kids that are isolated. They say kids that aren't as confident. I mean, that's probably holds some truth, but I think we just have to watch everyone because it's maybe the loner or the person who acts a little different. That's why persons with autism or developmental disabilities are probably 4 times more likely to be bullied because they have different behaviors. And then a lot of times they want to be included, so they put themselves in, and the typical kids will start making fun and start bullying them. So that's because there is a difference. Sexual preference is a big bullying item. People don't understand it, so they make fun of it, and they start bullying that person.
And what can parents do if they do have a son or a daughter that's being bullied?
I would, again, sit down with the child. Then also make sure the school has a clear bullying policy. Talk to the school. What are you going to do about it? Because we see so many stories that the schools just brush it off or don't worry about it. It's okay, get over it. And it's always to make sure that don't push your child back into the situation. Go out and take care of it. Go punch them because we don't know what kind of retaliations can happen, who's surrounding that person. Maybe there's going to be weapons involved. We want to give them some tools, and so the child and the parents sit down, build a get safe anti-bullying plan, and then make sure you involve every support system that's available to you, whether it's on the bus, whether it's the teacher, the principal, the schools. Get everyone involved in a sense of maybe a confidential, so we have to figure out how to do it, but let everyone understand there is an issue going on if that's agreed upon with the child. So it's a sensitive subject because the child's afraid that it's going to be retaliation if you tell, but get a clear plan, find out, give the child some safety tools to go and be safe.
Is there a website that our viewers can go to learn more about your company and what Get Safe does?
Yes, there is. It's www.getsafeusa.com. So it's getsafeusa.com. We have resources, we have tips, and if you need something, we have trainings, of course. But if you need something that we can't help or there's a resource that you need, we'll help you find it. Because bullying, assertive, assaultive behavior is something that we want to stop, and it takes a village. It's just not one of us can do this.
Boy, there's some great information, and we sure thank Stuart Haskin of Get Safe and Sierra Wave's Bill Lefevre for that. We'll be back with a weather report.